How's it going, everybody? Shinigami here to bring you your next video for the same day. I know I'm kind of popping 2 in 1 for Tuesday, but here we go. Hold up, let me make sure this one's proper. There we go. Okay, so One Piece chapter 1121 released last week. I'm just now being able to get to it, but we have a few covers that we got to go over before we get into the actual chapter review. Hold up. Alright, so we've got the recent chapter covers to go over real quick. We have this one with Chopper, Usopp, Nami, and Luffy looking very sprice for the 27th anniversary. And then also Nami right here looking a little spicy with Robin, Chopper, Frankie, Brook, Sanji. Oh my god, so many people. Luffy, Usopp, Zoro, and all them in the forefront. But we jump right into it from this chapter with the ongoing attacks of the Gorosei and Luffy attacking them. So we got here, watch out for those claws, they're poisonous, don't touch them. We can't let them get away, fire. Basically, the giants ship attacking the Gorosei, and also Luffy and Bonnie trying their best to defend until they're able to escape. Chapter 1121, the ebb and flow of the ages. Clash comes to head at this point where you have a one Saturn attacking them. Whoa, nothing good can come from touching that. That's an intense attack. And you got Saturn just over here trying to do his best to beat that snot out of the giants. But luckily you got Luffy here. You still won't stay down, you bastard. And then you got Bonnie over here mumbling, which she's being able to turn back into Gear 5 Luffy form, right? And even Luffy's a little bit just like, oh? We got Saturn over here looking very perplexed, but Straw Hat Luffy is able to punch him in the gut and be like, "Whoa, that's a good hit. That's a very good hit." And then also we got Bonnie, again back in her Gear 5 state, just basically being able to do at least some kind of damage towards Saturn. Then in the next page we see that Saturn is very much surprised that Bonnie is even in the state that she's in. He goes, "Bonnie!" And she's just, wheeze tired. And Luffy just going on about, that's it, Bonnie, you've got this. Alright, continuing on, we got Vegapunk's message. A day of reckoning is coming, where all the pressing secrets of the Void Century will be uncovered. And we got another island from the Grand Line, or from even just the New World that's intercepting this message. And we got Shirahoshi and Vivi in this next panel, where Shirahoshi is hearing the message. We know the weapons technology, and then to Vivi, that sank the world's continents. And surprisingly, we get a little bit of Skypia, the people that are guarding Godfall, is still in use. That power is out there, basically says Vegapunk. Those with rare and unique racial ancestries are relentlessly persecuted and slaughtered today due to some mysterious quirk of history. Continuing Vegapunk, and we get a little bit of a flashback between Kuma and Vegapunk. Are you a buccaneer? What makes my blood so special anyways, says Kuma. And then we get a side piece of what do you call it? Oh my god, my fucking brain right now. Then we got Marco on the homeland of Whitebeard, basically hearing the same message. I'm talking about the distant past, back when there were kingdoms of gods up there, and you got a little bit of a reused panel of Marco and Whitebeard. And then we also got King and God, I can't remember her name for the life of me. Hold up. So you got here King and Pudding, the previous supposed to be married to Sanji. You got the portion here. You're a Lemurian. The world government is offering 100 million berries for any information of them. And then we got Pudding side of the story where it's just like, look, she's got 3 eyes, you know, ... Because seemingly her set of ancestors are able to read the poneglyphs with ease, right? And that seems to be a big detriment to the world government, because if anybody who's able to read the poneglyphs is actually able to detail what happened in the Void Century and other past events where it would normally be undecipherable, but because of said ancestries, they're able to read languages and other hieroglyphs that in the past were more common, but in the recent times are now basically forgotten languages. So someone of her capability is seen as a threat to the world government because she can decipher things that would allow more common folk to be able to understand what happened in the 100-year Void Century. Continuing on, we have our favorite apparent Straw Hat recruit, Bonnie. You know, she's going on full Nika Gear 5 form. She goes, Nika, you're mine! You know, basically punching at Saturn. You are but a parrot mimicking what you do not comprehend, says Saturn. And Luffy just goes, enough! And you see Saturn's face basically just, oh, surprised as hell. And then Luffy just laughing it off. She. And Luffy and Bonnie are able, Luffy goes and gives off a bunch of kicks, and Bonnie is just bam with one good hockey punch to the face. And then continuing on from that point, you got a little bit of the past spilling in. Saturn talking on Kuma. You can either live as a slave or die. Nothing else can be tolerated from someone of your race. That is what the tides of time have decided. And then Bonnie being very furious about what they had done to her father, you know, goes on saying, how dare you, all those things you did to daddy. And Kuma, Hiruza is basically just at a point where he's just still, you know, crying and unable to really do anything. What you did to mommy, how dare you call yourself a god? And even Saturn responding in his own head, your mother ended up being part of my drug experiments. And then, you know, you have a little bit of a flashback with Kuma and stuff like that. Bonnie, say hi to mommy. And Bonnie saying, real gods do exist. Liberating! You know, with her and Luffy both punching the hell out of Saturn. And in a little bit of a twist, you're able to see a panel between Kuma and Bonnie. Kuma basically is telling his daughter, I wanted to be a hero, someone who could save people. Real heroes too. All I ever wanted was for the three of us to live in peace. Being alone for so long made me want to die, but I kept going. And Bonnie just continues on. I kept going. I owe everything to those two. They blessed me in so many ways. And you just got Bonnie and her mother. Thank you, Bonnie. we're so glad you were born. And Saturn just goes on saying, you insects! And then we got a little bit more panels from Water 7, some of the places where, Caesar and, Sanji's dad, and the people that train Nami. There will be a reckoning on the day those answers come. You must be on guard to protect yourselves. No matter what happens, I have faith in humanity's capacity for wisdom. I have faith in science. And it's been 2 years since Whitebeard's death. Gold Roger died 25 years ago. And it continues on. We got a brilliant panel here with Bonnie and Luffy both giving such powerful hits towards Saturn. Nika punch! Again, by the passing of old legends, a new age is heralded today, says Vegapunk. There are certain individuals who can't be oppressed. Yeah, says the giants, Dory and Groggy. And then you got Bonnie just crying out, wah! And then Luffy just over here, laughing around. We really sent him flying, Bonnie. Good job, he says Kuma, with a slight smirk on his face. Even though he's basically a robot, he's still able to push out a smile. And Dory and Groggy, look! The Sunny! It's basically falling down onto us. Down onto us. Sorry. And then you got Usopp and Chopper both freaking out. We're gonna die! We're gonna fall and die! Someone save us! And over here, Zoro just looking very much stoic. And Vegapunk's message continues. Such individuals are probably the closest to the truth. A coincidence, or did Roger set this all in motion? And then we get a panel of Goldie Roger. My treasure, it's yours to find. Everything is right where I left it. And then we get a little bit of Rayleigh and some other pirates. Rayleigh, you'll catch a cold. He's snoring over here. And then some of the pirates are saying, alright, Vegapunk, I like where this is going. And then we get the continuation of Vegapunk's message. Unfortunately, there is no guarantee that it will be found by someone Joy Boy would want. And as we see the Blackbeard's home base. Isn't the commander back yet? I can't wait much longer. And then we get a glimpse of where the red-haired Shanks pirates are at. Boss, you're drinking too much. Shut up, I ain't drinking. He's just a little bit, messed up in his mind right now. But we get a bit of more of a glimpse of other factions going on. Again, this is just a wild segment going on. Chairman Buggy, there's no doubt your greatness now. You always exceeded your expectations. And then Crocodile and Mihawk, you got Crocodile saying, there's so much more to your dream than I thought, Vegapunk. And, just Buggy really being clueless to it all. And then you even got a bit of the Navy Marines being a little bit against what's been going on, right? There's no way we'll stand by. Let's go find it first. We'll protect the common folks, though, you dolts. Over here at the Navy headquarters. There's no stopping this now, says Vegapunk. The fate of this world will be decided by whoever finds it first. And then we get a nice panel of all the competing players for the One Piece. Red Hair Shanks, Monkey D. Luffy, Marshall D. Teach, Buggy. It all depends on who finds the One Piece. And then a few other people here. Akainu, Dragon, Sabo, Jesus Christ, I can't remember his name right now. Oh, Sabo. Jesus Christ. Yeah, these two motherfuckers right here. Sorry, my brain's kind of... Ah! Fix that right there. These two people right here. Kobe as well. Emu, and even someone else here who is obscured, who has a sword. So that one might be, or the Elbaph Arc, but there are plenty of players still in effect that have a chance at the One Piece that have yet to make their move. So, stop it. For all we know, the One Piece will be attained by someone that possibly was not intended for such fate, that Joy Boy did not actually want to come into it first, but because of Luffy's, free-spirited nature and stuff like that, it's just gonna happen no matter what, because Luffy doesn't really, he's not quick to act upon sudden natures. He's very slow upon it, and he usually needs some kind of driving force, mostly someone offering up some food that they didn't really have the ability to offer when that was the last amount of food that they had for themselves. And you know, we see this time and time again where Luffy does stuff basically because someone offered him some kind of sustenance to continue his journey on. Hey, I didn't have much food to give, but here you go, you can have this, and then you know, I'll let you know about what's going on in my country or kingdom and stuff like that. And hearing upon this, Luffy goes, "How dare you! I will let this happen again." So it's just like, it's happened more than once now. Obviously, it's a little bit of a trope with Oda, but it can't be ignored that the stuff that is going on now in this chapter, and even though Vegapunk doesn't unveil too much of what really was going on, it's enough for a lot of people to surmise what is happening and what will happen in the coming chapters of One Piece, or even the final arcs, because Egghead is about to meet its end. From there, we're more than likely going to get Elbaph. Then, whatchamacallit, after that, we're going to get our hopeful tie into the Laugh Tale arc, and then the final war arc, because as it keeps getting shown in this recent chapter, or chapters, Oda has made it very apparent that the final center stage of these old conflicts will tie in the entire world of One Piece. It will not just be one center focused country that is being affected by said events. It is a culmination of different kingdoms and cultures that are being basically brought into the forefront and having to make some kind of stance. Obviously, Luffy already has his Grand Armado. What is the word? He already has his fleet, basically. Obviously not by his choice, but a lot of people already pledged their allegiance to Luffy and the Straw Hats. So, no matter what, if anything starts happening to Luffy, or that starts becoming a detriment to their goal, well, the Straw Hat fleet will definitely start, acting upon said thing and defending Luffy and helping him and aiding in any kind of way that possible. As I would like to make point, as I showcase here real quick, this person here at the bottom right is still shadowed. We don't know who this is. We can only surmise that it might be Loki, it might be someone for Elbaph, because we haven't really seen the antagonist for that arc just yet. But it is very odd that out of all the characters that is shown, this is the only one shadowed other than Emu, because we know that's Emu because of the eye and stuff like that. But this is the only other character that's not fully shown, and it's not Shanks, because Shanks is literally shown just above that. So yeah, it's just so many things happening at once. It's just, we got to put this all together, make a nice little bow and tie, and tie it together to find out what is really going on here. But with that being said, Hey, Shinigami signing out. Hopefully you have a good evening, good morning, and good night. Let me know your comments down below, your thoughts, your opinions, whatever you have to say. And we'll catch you in another one. Bye!